Welcome back, Love Stylers. I'm Misty. Today we're going to be talking about the carnivore diet for people over 40. Now, even if you're not 40 years old yet or older and you're under 40, give this a chance, guys, because you can avoid all of the mistakes that people like me have made over the years, because you might be too young to realize how this can catch up to you if you're not treating your body the way that you should. And now there is so much information out there that is helping all of us understand how we should be feeding our bodies for our best results and for our best health. I'm 50 years old. I just turned 50 a couple months ago. I started on keto for 2 years. I loved keto, guys, but I went over to carnivore after that because I wanted to kick it into high gear and heal even faster. We have learned in our mature years that shortcuts are sometimes wonderful. And if there's a shortcut to greater and better health, why would we not take it? And even if you're younger, guys, shortcuts can be great if you do it right. So in the process of the keto and carnivore diets in the last 5 years, guys, I have healed a lot of things. And I'm going to mention some of them in this video today, just sporadically, because I'm very excited about this way of living, this way of eating, enjoying my life. And I want you guys to experience this, or even just consider making tiny changes can actually change your life. So I drank, guys, for like 30 years. I was an alcoholic. So 5 years ago, when I got on my low carb journey, I gave up alcohol at the same time. One drink, I don't even understand what one drink even means. So this can be the case also when you're eating crappy foods or you're addicted to behavioral eating and things like that, and it can catch up to you. Let's not wait for disease, cancer, diabetes, arthritis. People have a lot of problems when they get older, and that's why I want to concentrate today mostly on the older crowd. Taking medication for years and years and years destroys your liver, guys, and your kidneys. And so I didn't want any medication. So I looked into how can I eat better, or fasting for longer periods of time. These are the things that I've implemented to get rid of my high blood pressure. I'm very, very proud of getting rid of my high blood pressure and not needing medication any longer. So that was a defining moment for me in the last 5 years to get me to realize that I can do this naturally. You know, a lot of us who are over 40, we may have extra cellulite that wants to hang around. And I talk about cellulite on this channel because when I was on keto for 2 years, my cellulite went away a lot slower. A lot of us older ladies, we love our hair, and you don't know how attached to your hair you are until you start to lose some of it. And guys, I've lost some of it and had to regenerate my own hair by eating more protein in my life, more protein on my plate. I was talking to my mom and she said her hair was falling out. And I said, Mom, you need to add just a bit more protein. Now, she doesn't love a ton of meat. Now, I do, I have to admit. I gravitate towards the meat first. I love it. But if it doesn't sound like something that you are resonating with, eating a lot of meat, just start with focusing in on the fattier cuts of meat. Our metabolism slows down when we get older. However, we can slow down the slowdown of our metabolism when we eat nutrient-dense first. If you like a little bit of vegetable with your protein when you have a meal, that is okay, guys. That's keto. That's keto all the way. And a lot of people refer to the carnivore diet as meat-heavy keto. I don't think people like the name, to be honest with you, and I'm not crazy about the name. But meat-heavy keto is great. My favorite name for the diet is Keto 2.0, where I'm eating mostly meats. Add some eggs in there. That's your second choice of nutrient density. And your third would be a little bit of dairy. Another reason we may want to try the carnivore diet, even for a short period of time, over 40 is because we are less active in most cases. Now, this is not very black or white, guys, but most of the time when you're a little bit older, you're not as active as you were when you're in your 20s, for example. And this is for most people, not for everybody. So if you feel that you're less active than you were when you were younger, the carnivore diet can help you take that shortcut and help your metabolism even faster. What abuse over the years, maybe unknowingly, have you put your body through? Like, for example, not a lot of people talk about this, but medications can affect your overall system. You may still have some toxins from some medications in your body, guys, in your tissue, in your organs, in your cells. Over-the-counter medications, Advil, Tylenol, the Tums, and the Pepto-Bismol, these are all chemicals. Over the years, these meds can add up. You may have taken sleep aids over the years. You may have had some surgeries or trauma to your body. You may have pain in your body. And so we have to run to medications occasionally, guys, but sometimes when you go to the doctor, they keep you on medications for years and years and years, and they never even discuss with you your diet, which is the first place to look for healing. So I'm going to name some of the things that you can tweak and things I've tried, guys, and some of the benefits I've found from doing so. I'm going to look to my list to the left because this will flow a lot faster for you. I don't want this video to be too long. So I've been trying eating once a day. So you guys have heard of intermittent fasting, I'm sure, if you're watching this video. And if not, look into intermittent fasting. It's basically going long periods of time between meals. Now, I've been trying OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, and also eating carnivore. Pretty strict carnivore these days, guys, and I'm really liking my results. My waistline is thinning up very fast compared to eating twice a day. So that's one thing you can try. And of course, you want to keep up your salt, your pink salt, and your water if you're going to try this. But my eating window is a short 2-hour window between 4 and 6 o'clock every day. So I just eat once a day between 4 and 6, and I eat only carnivore foods most of the time. Now, guys, if I want to have some Brussels sprouts with my steak, I will do so occasionally. So this is not very black and white. Vegetables are not the enemy. The enemy are the bad seed oils and so many packaged foods. And fast food restaurants like to douse their food in soybean oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. These are the things we're staying away from. Those are the main culprits of screwing up your body. And that can add up when you get to a certain age. So stay away from the bad oils, please. So I get done eating around 6 o'clock p.m. and I'm just loving this way, guys. It's working for me. A lot of times, especially for us women, we have so much cellulite, which are just pockets of toxins on top of our muscles. And it looks like cottage cheese and it's very unattractive. It makes us feel self-conscious. And we don't want to feel shame when it comes to ourselves in any way. When it comes to how we feel, shame is the lowest vibration of all of the different emotions we have. And when you feel shame, it does nothing for your confidence. So having a lot of cellulite is where our shame begins, and a lot of extra weight around the middle for us ladies, especially over 40. So trying OMADs, 1 meal a day, finishing your meal before 6 p.m., where you don't consume any food after that, guys, is a shortcut and a way to reverse engineer maybe what you're trying now. Of course, you would want to be eating nutrient-dense foods in the way of meat, dairy, and eggs, and or a little vegetable to help you along. You know, if you're over 40 and even if you're under 40, our hormones are a little tricky. Guys, I'm seeing a little bit of this now in my life, even though I eat so healthy. And the hormone thing is something I'm working on, and I will let you know how it goes. I have a pretty steady hormone balance most of the time. But I'm going to say about 10% of the time, I get a little warm and it passes. But this is new in my life. And I'm not afraid to talk about these things. I'm going to try and tweak my diet even more so and eat even more nutrient dense and have less cheats to try to balance my hormones. Now, ever since I began my diet journey 5 years ago from keto and over to carnivore, I have had an increase in my sex drive. And not a lot of people like to talk about this, but I'm not ashamed of having a healthy sex drive. The increase in my sex drive has made me feel more confident and has made me feel more youthful again. And I love this great side effect of eating nutrient dense. Another benefit that I love eating on a carnivore diet is the increase in my bone density. Now, you may say like, Misty, how do you know your bones are thicker than they used to be and less breakable? Well, I can feel it. The truth is out there, guys. When you eat more nutrient dense, you have greater bone density. Now, a lot of people over 40, especially women, can break a hip fairly easily. So having stronger bones is vital to our health. Stronger bones are a sign of great health. You can tell that in most people's teeth. Teeth are bone, and my teeth have improved tremendously in the last 5 years. Guys, I didn't think you could get stronger teeth. It's almost like they've gotten better in the last 5 years. And I've even had the dentist kind of look at me like, wow, your teeth have really kind of kept up their health in the last 5 years. I'm very proud of this. You know, when they look at horses, the first thing they do is look at their teeth to check their health. Now, I know we're not horses, guys, but we are animals. Yes. And if they can check a horse's teeth to check their health, I'm sure our teeth and healthy gums are a sign of good health. I'm pretty sure of it. Also, better blood volume. And some people won't even get on the scale, guys, when they go carnivore because it looks like they've gained weight because their volume of their blood, I know, can affect the pounds on the scale. This is very weird. A lot of carnivores don't weigh themselves. They get thicker bones. They get better blood volume, more volume. So it will show on the scale sometimes, but it's not fat. It's better health from the foundation of your skeletal system. This is so crazy to me, how you can reverse engineer your health to the point of fixing your bones first and your blood volume second, or first and second. I don't know which one comes first. Very, very exciting. It sounds right to me. It sounds more correct than trying to go from the outside in. Another great thing that I have found eating this way is greater mental focus. This is, to me, like a bonus. When I go to write my book, when I go to write songs, when I go to play my keyboards, guys, it's very important to me that I stay focused. I can very easily be led off track. I have that personality. But since eating even more strict carnivore, the longer I do this, the more focused I become as a human. Your memory will increase. Not just when you're listening to a great podcast about nutrition and trying to retain all of that information as well, but when someone's speaking to you, when your attention is not all over the place like a little bird, when you are focusing in on what you do for a living, when you are setting your goals and putting up your vision board for the year and being laser focused, is such a great superpower that you will get when you eat nutrient dense that you are going to want to thank me for telling you this. For those over 40, I want to talk about collagen for a minute. Now, collagen is not just for ladies to improve our skin, hair, nails, and teeth. It's not a beauty thing necessarily. That's just a benefit. Collagen is vital to the body. And yes, it can improve all those things, and those are markers that you're doing something right. Let me name some things with collagen to give you an idea. We want to have meats that have the connective tissue and the bone and the cartilage in it. It's actually called collagen protein. Chicken wings are a perfect example. Pork ribs are second on my list for meats with a lot of collagen in it. Pork rinds, there are 7 grams of collagen protein in 1 serving of pork rinds. 1 tablespoon of unflavored gelatin, which works great. Let me tell you the secret right here for thickening anything that has a gravy consistency. Do not use flour. Do not use cornstarch. Use unflavored gelatin because it has 7 grams of collagen. This is so good for your body. Tonight, we're having meatballs for dinner. And Andrew asked me today, he said, well, what do you want with your meatballs? And I said, how about a little ricotta? And he said, well, what about like some pasta, just a little bit, Misty, or some cauliflower as a vehicle for the meatballs and a little sauce? And I said, no, I just want more meatballs. So meatballs and ricotta, I'll put some mozzarella cheese on there, and it'll be like a meatball parmesan. Guys, I don't want the cauliflower, and I no longer want the pasta. And this is taken me some time to get off of those type of foods, and it will take you time. If you're over 40, you may be very, very interested in quality of life. Now, including a little bit of exercise in your life is part of the quality of life segment here. I am starting to enjoy nature a lot more. I am starting to enjoy exercise a lot more because it's all encompassing to your health. You don't have to kill yourself in the gym. When you eat really low carb, guys, you don't have to do that anymore. I do recommend moderate or even mild exercise. Whether you're over 40 or under 40, I'm sure you love great music. Check out blackeyedsoul.com. That's my band with my husband, Andrew. He and I record right here in this room. And anywhere you find streaming music, we are there. And my truth bomb today is, if you are over 40, you may not have had the information at your fingertips that we have in today's modern society. You may have been on meds over the years, had surgeries, had grief in your life, anxiety, mood disorders, eczema, high blood pressure, a heart attack. You may be pre-diabetic. Let's not wait for disease to beat us to better health. We can start to reverse these type of things before they happen. We can stop the process of disease before it gets here. Let's not be regretful in 10 years, in 20 years, this year, when our doctor comes to us and says, you have heart disease, you have to be on high blood pressure medication for the rest of your life, you are diabetic, you are obese. Avoiding disease is possible. Please believe that you have control over every decision you make, and that includes specifically today what you put on your plate and what you consume for food. Please consider these things today and let me know in the comments any questions you may have, any comments that you can lend to the rest of us for inspiration. And we'll see you next time on Love Style. Peace out.